not taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's reading is all about the remainder of 2023. Over on Patreon last month, we looked into some really big surprises and changes that you don't see coming before the end of this year. And over here on the YouTube side of things, I wanted to do a reading for the remainder of 2023 where we look into confirmation of the things that you guys have been working for, working towards, trying to manifest. You've been setting intentions for it, praying for it, visualizing it. So I just wanted to do a reading looking to confirm these things that you guys have been trying to pull into your life, that they will be occurring before the end of 2023. And I'm so sorry for the long wait, you guys. I've actually been moving. And so life has been extremely hectic, and it's been a lot more difficult than I expected to just sit down and film a reading because everything is everywhere right now. Life has been really wild, but in a good way, in a positive way, and it feels good to get back to readings and get back into the swing of things. But hopefully you guys have been doing good and taking care of yourselves. But anyways, so let's just jump straight into the disclaimers and the meditation, because that's what you guys are here for. So obviously this is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you don't like or agree with and think that you're just fixed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. I conduct these readings for confirmation and not answers. So if you hear something for the first time, please do not take that message without receiving further confirmation from your own higher self and spiritual team. Realize at the end of the day, you have the final say of your destiny. Your free will is your power, and what you choose to do with it will determine your life outcome, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible and accountable for your own actions, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages that your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. If you would like to participate in this meditation, again, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you have to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you guys do that and help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I will be offering a 60-second meditation. Halfway into it, I will be placing crystals for my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you are drawn to another pile, that's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you are ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet, and work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, the universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can receive confirming messages about the remainder of 2023. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. On pile 1 is clear quartz. On pile 2 is black kyanite. On pile 3 is smoky quartz. On pile 4 is hematite and quartz. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So let's get started with your tarot cards. Then I'll be pulling additional oracle cards to check out what is happening for you before the end of this year. So the very first tarot card that we have for you is the Six of Pentacles. Then the Five of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. First message coming through specifically for you, Pile 1, is because we have a 6, then a 5, then a 10. So things may look like it's kind of not working, or like things are regressing, or like you're taking one step forward, two steps back for a little bit for the remainder of this year for you, but you will end up reaching the finish line with this 10 of Cups over here. And that's going to be something that's very important to keep in mind, that for you, especially with all these retrogrades that we have, I think we have like 7 planets retrograde right now. So for you specifically, these retrogrades they probably will hit you guys kind of hard, or they're going to be very apparent for you guys. Retrogrades work differently for everyone, but for you guys, it may look as though you keep running into inconveniences, or like you keep running into things trying to stop you. It may look like that, but again, you will reach the end of the finish line with this 10 of Cups. And actually, the things that aren't working out for you, it's to kind of lead you in the right direction, so you can actually reach your destination with this 10 of Cups over here. So that's the first very important message coming through in terms of energy. But there's also another message here, a really big actually, I would say maybe like 2 messages here. The first is definitely being money, assets, resources, property, and overall value will dominate the rest of the remainder of this year for you with this 6 of Pentacles. This card has to do with distribution, how we ration out valuables. 5 of Wands is all about how we confuse intentions and meanings, what we mean to do with our power and with our authority, with our freedom. 5 of Wands can represent conflict and how we mean to do or get things done. So there may be some sort of conflict over finances before the end of this year. That may be some sort of like long running kind of like issue that you guys are dealing with before the end of this year that pretty much dominates the last few months of 2023. So you may be in conflict with your job behind like hours and pay, for instance. This could be a situation within your family and trying to divide up assets or money. This could represent someone having stole from you, or they're trying to get more money out of you than you owe. Let me also say another thing too, because it just came through very, very very clearly. Make sure you get everything in writing with this 5 of Wands. Have everything. If there's any sort of money being exchanged, or if there's like an exchange of money, an exchange of goods, an exchange of values, make sure that everything is in writing, because this 5 of Wands is talking about a clashing of intentions. So this is somebody over here doing their own thing, you're over here doing your own thing, and then there's somebody else over here doing their own thing. And so there's like you guys can see with this, I love the 5 of Wands with this deck here. They're all doing like different dance moves. So it doesn't look like a choreographed event. It doesn't look like something that is like in unison or like it's in harmony. It actually looks very discombobulated, and that's what you guys want to be careful about, because this is talking about energy being kind of like I forget what the name of that game is called. It's like a kid's game where it's like you have all these sticks or something. I don't even know what it's called, but that's what the 5 of Wands is like. It's kind of like what we would see in a square aspect in astrology. We are all working towards the same objective, but with different tools, or with different ways of doing things, with different ways of getting it done, with different means to meet the same end. So that's something that you guys, it's going to be very important to get everything in writing. Okay, get people's signatures for sure. I don't know what for. That could be for different things for each of you, but just get everything in writing, because it's really going to protect you. And it's really going to keep you guys from having to spend too much money in trying to get things rationed out, or trying to get things organized, or trying to get things, done correctly. It's going to keep you guys from running into a lot of issues. Okay, so everything in writing. Your cards here, the 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, could also represent someone like having stolen from you, or maybe they're trying to get more money out of you than you owe, like a rental property, for instance. So this is something, again, just getting everything in writing where you can protect yourself. Make sure you're looking out for you with the remainder of this year with this 5 of Wands over here, because there's too many different conflicting energies, conflicting people trying to get trying to look out for themselves. So you guys definitely want to make sure that you're looking out for yourself. And there's issues behind like what's mine versus what's yours over the next few months, or this is talking about like an ongoing problem that extends into the remainder of this year. So you may have given something like money very willingly before, and it could be this person is like ducking and dodging and trying to avoid like paying you back, or you have to keep asking for them to pay you back. So watch your money or any valuables and keep a close eye on them. Keep checking your accounts to make sure what is being spent is what is coming out of your bank. Okay, now finances, let's get into some of the good things because I wanted to get that out of the way first, just a couple of concerns. So let's get into the good things. Definitely finances being healed big time, and any relationships of yours that have been negatively affected by any sort of financial disputes are being healed. Another thing too is with credit coming through, you guys may see a very big spike in your credit by the end of this year as well. But any sort of disputes or like arguments that happen because the tension over like a lack of money and financial difficulties, there could have been a lot of stress about how do we pay for this and that with the Six of Pentacles. This card talks about sharing, but what this looks like from my end is having to be extremely conscious of nearly every penny spent because money may have been tight for some of you. And if it was, it caused or led to this Five of Wands over here, a strong difference of opinions over this is more important to pay for versus this, or this is more important to save for versus that. If you had to make decisions between is keeping the lights on or groceries more important, you'll see more relief start to come in where you don't have to make those terrible decisions behind which essential is more important. You only having money for the essentials like bills, food, gas, things like that. You just won't be as financially strapped moving forward. This could be from someone sharing money or resources with you. You may get offered a new job or more money or a grant, or someone you know may offer to pay for something that you need over the next few months. You might win money or some sort of like paid expense. And as well as too, because like with your credit getting like better for a lot of you guys, if you've been working towards your credit, just take this as confirmation that that is something that is going to greatly improve by the end of this year. And that could be why the Six of Pentacles is here, where it's like it's just a lot of doors that open up because your credit is healed or your credit is repaired over the next few months. So it could just be like you guys getting approved for maybe different like credit cards or loans that you're applying for, or you guys get different like benefits because your credit is better. So also keep looking down as well because you may randomly find money on the ground somewhere. The second message here that's popping up is if you are financially stable and secure, then over the next few months, you will actually be the blessing for someone else. Because again, this Six of Pentacles represents two sides of the same coin. We have people here in need, right? And dependent on someone's good nature to help them in that time of need. Then we have the person assisting, donating, or giving and sharing with those in need. So you could very well be the person helping someone else over the remainder of this year. And especially if you were recently blessed within the last few months, then this will be your opportunity to come through for someone else to pay it forward, especially if they're in a similar position to where you were at one point in time. So don't be shocked if people come to you over the next few months asking if you have extra money to spare or if you can help with this or that. And if you feel called to, which you more than likely will if you are drawn to this pile, but if you feel called to, do not hesitate to help and maybe, again, pay it forward without expecting anything in return. But whether you ask them to pay you back or not, just being in a position to give and actually helping someone else out, like from your heart, will open doors for you in the future that you don't know need to be opened yet. You're not looking for these doors to be open yet. You paying it forward for someone else is like you guys like paying it forward in terms of energy as well. This is like you guys building up a really great credit score in the spiritual realm, in the energetic realm. Or some of you guys here, no matter what side you fall on, you made me the person in need and end up getting blessed over the remainder of this year. And then the universe ends up sending someone to you where you are asked to give what you can or to give what you were given at one point. And again, it will open future doors. Whether you're the person in need or the person acting as someone else's blessing, you giving what you can will open future opportunities that you don't know that you need at this point. So I wouldn't say that the remainder of this year is a test, but more so of an investment and really good karma down the road. Either way, you end up like this 10 of Cups, like I was saying, because you giving, it's like it keeps that stream of energy flowing that brings in manifestations, blessing, prayers, intentions, opportunities, and it actually protects your manifestations, blessings, prayers, intentions, opportunities as they are before they come into fruition on the physical side, because these are things like this is energy that we have to protect protect so it can be manifested or sort of like born into the 3D realm. And I've always found that a very important part of manifesting is protecting those things that you're intentionally trying to bring in, protecting those things that you're visualizing, protecting the things that you are praying for, that you're looking forward to, because they do need protection. And a lot of our spiritual team handles that on the other side. But another way that you guys can actually help protect it as well is by, again, just doing your part and doing what you can, should people come to you. Another thing too, with this 10 of Cups over here, there could be confirmation for those of you that are wanting to start a family. You want to expand your family, whether this is with like, little kids or like, even pets or something like that. Or there could be somebody like a family member coming to live with you or stay with you. It could be a friend coming to live with you or stay with you. There's going to be some sort of an expansion as well within your family before the end of this year, with this being the 10 of Cups over here. And it'll be a very peaceful experience where you guys actually feel blessed. Like we can see here with this 10 of Cups, this is their family and their community is something that they actively celebrate all the time, because they understand and they can see and they can feel these blessings. So they're very, very filled with gratitude. So however it is that your life is expanded before the end of 2023, it's going to feel like the biggest blessing for you. So it could even mark some sort of major change for you, with this being a 10 here. 10s do they represent the end of the pip cards in the minor arcana. So there could be some major kind of like graduation in your life in some way, shape, or form, where you guys become responsible for another person. Or like I said, you guys could end up, if you've been wanting to have children or if you've been wanting to expand your family in some way, this could be happening for sure before the end of 2023. And for those of you that want to get into business for yourself, or maybe you just already are, you guys could end up finding like somebody that works for you, or if they fill some sort of a position with this 10 of Cups, but it has to do with business with the 6 of Pentacles over here. Let's start grabbing some oracle cards. Let's just grab some other confirmation as to what you can expect before the end of 2023, anything that you guys have been working on, working towards, trying to manifest. Okay, so we have here healing and then abundance underneath the deck. You guys are healing abundance, okay? So like I was saying earlier, we were just checking out you guys' tarot cards. There's going to be a lot of healing when it comes to your finances, okay? And so we have here healing and abundance. Healing says, candle flame burn this hour. Bring to me your healing power, whatever it is, sort of magic, spells, intentions, prayers, whatever energy work that you guys have done to heal. If you've burned candles, if you've set intentions, if you've been praying, if you've been visualizing, whatever, that is total confirmation that will be happening before the end of this year. And then we have abundance. So there's abundance coming in, and it says, Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. So especially for those of you guys specifically that have been working with some sort of like a goddess or a feminine energy in terms of bringing in more abundance for you guys, that is total confirmation from that energy source that abundance will be coming in before the end of 2023. And it could even be like abundance manifests in different ways. It could even be an abundance when it comes to this expansion of family, like we were talking about with your 10 of Cups, but definitely with healing abundance, huge confirmation for you guys that your finances will be healed. Okay, let's grab a couple more messages for you guys' finances and career. What do you need to know about finances and career before the end of 2023? Okay, so we have windfall. And then what slid out is that we have business. Okay, and then underneath the deck, let me check that out. We have be a sport. Okay, so windfall here says you are about to receive a windfall of money or a pay raise. This is that healing abundance like we were talking about. You guys' finances really getting repaired. Money is currently in a positive cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself or make that big purchase. So you guys may even be making like a really big purchase for yourself, because we even do have like, I don't know if these are supposed to like represent some designer bags that she's holding. I don't know if that's like Hermes and that's like Versace. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but yeah, it looks like in this card maybe she's holding like some designer bags. So you guys may even be buying yourself, gifting yourself like a really nice purchase or a luxury item, or just even making a big purchase like a home or a new car, or making a move, or maybe like investing money or saving a lot of money. So with windfall, just expect like money to rain down. And it doesn't even feel like before the end of this year. This kind of feels like something that will be happening over the course of the next few months for you guys. So it just, I don't know, windfall just feels like something that doesn't happen once or twice for you guys, but like it's kind of something that keeps happening. Then we have business. So some of you guys, I think I mentioned, if you're starting your own business or if you're looking into starting a business, you guys may be meeting somebody that helps fill certain positions. But we have business here. Do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You've got this. Consider executive positions, becoming a CEO or anything in the corporate world. Elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. So you guys think bigger. Do not think small. Okay, like don't settle anywhere. Don't think to yourself like, maybe I'm reaching for something that's out of my league. No, it's not. It's perfectly within your league. It's perfectly within your grasp with this business card right here. So this is direct messages from you guys' finances, the energy in your finances and career over the next few months. Then we have here, be a sport, and it says you're being asked to have more fun or focus on being a team player. You could be great at any sports career or in the field of health and fitness. Improve your finances by considering working as a team or doing collaborations. This is totally talking about this Five of Wands right here. Like what we were talking about earlier, where it's just like a clashing of people getting something done in different ways. So with Be a Sport, this is how you guys can heal any sort of, I did mention there could be disputes behind you guys' like finances and career, something like that, between your Six of Pentacles and your Five of Wands. So the way that you guys actually end up healing any sort of rifts like that is by being a team player. So where can you have some give and take? Where can you where do you need to like kind of take the lead, and where are those spots where you need to kind of step back and allow others to step up and take the lead? So make sure you're not trying to control too many pieces. Make sure that you're allowing people to come in and do things in their own way as well with this Five of Wands, instead of everybody trying to do things their own way at the same time. So as long as you guys like kind of fall into that synergy with this team, it could be your family, it could be people at work, it could be anywhere. As long as you guys kind of know how to fall into that, things will end up being way more harmonious when it comes to dealing with any sort of issues surrounding money and other people. Just grab some more confirmation for you guys. I don't remember if this is like a relationship deck, but we'll just take it as that. And let's just see. Let's grab some messages for relationships, connections, love for my pile ones. Confirmation when it comes to you guys' connections and relationships. We have here, create. You're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. And then underneath the deck here, we have it's time. You're being asked to move forward toward the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world. You are ready. It is time. So if this is, we're just going to take this as like a relationship deck, because I think it is. I'm just not sure. I can never remember. But yeah, either way, when it comes to you guys' relationships, whether you are single or not, when it comes to creating, this is talking about you guys moving into a different chapter in your relationships or in your love life when it comes to your connections. Like I was saying with the Ten of Cups, this is kind of like graduation in some way for you guys. So this is time to create new connections, or it's time to put yourself out there in a certain way and get more creative when it comes to connecting with people, or when it comes to working at the connections that you guys have already established. Then we have here, it's time. So it's time for something to happen. Like I said, this is kind of bringing me back to that message that I picked up for some of you with this Ten of Cups. It could be time for you guys to expand your family. It could be time for you guys to maybe take a relationship or a connection a little bit more seriously. But with its time here, like I don't know why this reminds me of like an engagement or something, but it could even be an engagement or something like that that is happening before the end of this year. Maybe you guys are contemplating asking someone to marry you, and this card is just sort of saying like it's time for you guys to move to that next chapter and to get really creative with you guys' ability to move from this chapter to the next one. Okay, and let's just grab some confirmation in terms of you guys' intuition. What is your intuition trying to communicate to you over the end of this year? We have here, seek harmony, not balance. And under the deck, perfection is not joy. This is totally pointing. This is looking at that Five of Wands right here. Seek harmony, not balance. So this is more so you guys, your intuition kind of telling you guys, and only take it if it resonates, but this is your intuition really communicating to a lot of my pile ones, seek harmony, not balance, that over the remainder of this year, it's really important for you guys to prioritize, okay, how can we work together versus you guys being matched by other people. So don't look for other people to match you. Don't look for other people to behave in the way that you do. Don't look for other people to be like you. Look this is more so about acceptance when it says seek harmony, not balance. So when it's like we're dealing with harmony, this is all about natural chemistry. This is all about, we just have a natural connection here because we just work together versus trying to force some sort of a connection or force some sort of an engagement by just saying like, oh, you need to match me here, I need to match you there. Don't force anything, just allow harmony to come in, allow chemistry to work its magic. And then we also have perfection is not joy. So this is about you guys being really careful to not prioritize perfection as well over the remainder of this year. The first message that came through for you guys, like I said, we have a 6, a 5, and then a 10. So it's going to look like over the remainder of this year, like you guys are taking 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And that may be extremely frustrating because we're human. When is that not frustrating? Obviously. But just remember that perfection is not joy. The epitome of joy in tarot is 10 of Cups. That's one of the cards it literally represents nothing but pure joy and gratitude. So when it comes to the remainder of this year, your intuition is going to be trying to communicate to you that just because something isn't perfect doesn't mean it's not going to lead to joy. Just because it looks like we're taking 2 steps back doesn't mean that we're going in the wrong direction. So just remember that perfection is not the goal over the remainder of the year. Whether this comes to your relationships, your finances, your career, your family, your health, your body, whatever it is, do not prioritize perfection. Like I said, the retrogrades for you guys that's going to hit my pile 1s quite a bit, is this retrograde energy, but it's for a reason, okay? And then let's just see. One final card, we have blessings, and underneath the deck, power. Expect powerful blessings. Before the end of 2023, expect powerful blessings, healing, abundance, windfall, create. Perfection is not joy. Seek harmony, not balance. 10 of Cups, okay? But I'm gonna read blessings out of the book. So 1 second. Blessings says, immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. Angels, guides, and spirit guardians are watching over you. Angelic intervention is available to you. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for signs that spiritual beings are present. Profound healing energy is flowing to you in wondrous ways. Refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. In pile 1, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, please stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off your tarot cards, and I'll check out some additional oracle cards later on to see what is happening for you before the end of 2023. So this is just whatever messages come through. It's just confirmation that what you guys have been working towards, visualizing, asking for is going to be happening by the end of this year. So the very first card that we have for you is Temperance in reverse. Here we go. Then we have Death also in reverse. Then the 9 of Swords, upright. First message coming through is that some of you, at the time that you're seeing this reading, you may be in a very, very, I don't even know what the word is, but you guys may just feel like you are running into a brick wall over and over and over again. You could feel very out of control with your life, and it could have your anxiety spiking through the roof with this 9 of Swords over here. Temperance in reverse, Death in reverse. It's interesting because Death and Temperance, these are cards that they follow each other. So Temperance comes directly after Death. But in your spread, Temperance comes first and they are both in reverse. Okay, so this is a very odd pair of cards because Temperance is all about moderation and self-restraint. The figure that's in Temperance, when we are dealing with the RWS Temperance version, the character in that card, they surrender to the transformation in death in order to evolve into this angelic creature. And angels are these extraordinary beings that make miracles happen here on the 3D because they can move in between both realms of existence. Death is all about transformation, permanent change, aka evolution. With temperance in reverse, self-control becomes tolerance, and with death in reverse, evolution becomes regression. So both of your cards here is talking about what you are willing to tolerate, cope with, and deal with. Many of you are willing to deal with some undesirable conditions because moving on right now or allowing some sort of progress to happen may not feel like the best choice for where you are currently at. So like what I keep seeing here is you being unwilling to evolve where you're currently at because something about your environment right now just doesn't set right in your spirit. You know, this isn't where you are meant to settle down. This situation isn't what you are supposed to surrender to, especially with the Nine of Swords over here for you. You just know something isn't right, and you may feel like you wouldn't be happy where you are currently at if you allowed yourself to stay in this place, or if you allowed yourself to even change in this current space. So you keep waiting for the right moment or time. It's like you were waiting for you to feel a sense of calm or peace or safety, or to get all these green lights and to get all these signs and security before you go through some sort of serious transformation or change. And so this is, for example, really specific example, but this is like someone really needing to move to a bigger place, and like, let's just say like a house opens up and it's exactly what you need, but something doesn't feel right, or maybe the location is off, or you don't mesh with like that realty company or that realtor, and it's causing anxiety for some of you because it's like, I really need this bigger space like right now, but I know I'm going to regret this move if I go for what's currently available right now, if I just accept what's right in front of me. So just an example, but the way that the remainder of this year is meant to turn out for you is there may be a lot of movement or things happening because the universe is shuffling a lot of situations around, so this process can happen so you guys can move forward. This death card transformation to temperance is waiting right at your door. You're being prepared for something, and that will be different for all of you. For some, you're being prepared for a new position at work, or a new profession, or your own business, or to meet your soulmate, or to start a family, or make a major move, or to take some sort of opportunity by the horns before the end of 2023. But the universe is intelligent, and it knows us better than we know ourselves sometimes, which is why divine timing exists. Things happen when they are supposed to, so we are not resistant to what is meant for us. So something is waiting for you and is very close, but because spiritually you may be rejecting this transformation, it is being held up in a sense for the right doors to like open for you specifically. Some messages coming through for you guys, and again, this whole reading is about like just confirmation about things that will be happening before the end of 2023. First message here is it has to do firstly with your stress levels being reduced with this Nine of Swords. You guys being able to sleep and beginning to feel like what's meant for you will happen and it won't pass you by. So this is a very big message here that you guys working on your mental health, working on your anxiety, working on your stress levels is very, 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 very important. Okay, because it could have very serious like impacts on you guys' overall physical health and just well-being. Obviously, you know, stress is one of those major factors. Stress is like cancer, and we have to be very careful. Like the body is not meant to be under stress for long periods of time, right? It's like we can handle a lot. Like we're human beings, but we are super beings at the same time. We can handle a lot, but we're not meant to stay in like those prolonged periods of like stress and anxiety and fear. Like these things, they have really big effects on us. So with the Nine of Swords here, there's definite confirmation when it comes to you guys' anxiety, some sort of confirmation when it comes to like you guys thinking worst case scenario, it won't happen. It will not happen. And by the end of 2023, you guys will see that, okay, a lot of that was just my anxiety. A lot of that was just me, you know, being really worked up, being really worried because I feel like things are out of control. You know, I feel like things are out of my hands, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're human. I think many of us go through bouts of just anxiety or being really stressed out, and those things can impact our mental health obviously. So I think you guys either find a way to cope with where you're at right now with this Nine of Swords over here. Temperance in reverse is just like, I'm not comfortable here, I'm not good here, like I cannot make magic happen right here. This is not the environment for me. So there's definite confirmation when it comes to you guys getting out of a specific environment that will not allow you to transform. It won't allow you to change. It won't allow you to move forward. It's kind of something that's like, it's trying to keep you stuck. It's trying to keep you in the same position. It's trying to hinder you in a way. So you guys will be moving out of some sort of position or environment like that. This could be your work environment. This could be a home. It could be a relationship. It could be more so of a mental mental or an emotional environment that you guys end up working your way out of with this Nine of Swords over here. This could be the result of you guys just getting some professional help or allowing other people in to let them know, like, you guys, I'm really struggling right now, in whatever way that you were struggling. But for you guys, you're really eager to make some sort of a big change with this Death card right here. I see it, because death is all about permanent change. The Death card is kind of like when someone, it can represent when someone is so fed up with themselves that they're like, I don't care what I have to sacrifice. I don't care what I have to let go of. I don't care what I have to surrender to. I don't care what changes I have to make. I'm sick of being right here. So I'm ready. Like I'm anything's up for grabs. And you guys are in that space right now, or at the time that you guys see this reading. So but at the same time, something in your environment is keeping you from being able to make that change. And that's where all this frustration is coming for with the Nine of Swords. And that's the big confirmation here that something, whatever's in the way, is going to get cleared out definitely before the end of 2023, where you guys are going to be free to make these really big changes that you've been wanting to make and praying to make and hoping to make and working to make. So the reason you'll be feeling so much more calm or relieved is because you won't have to like hold on so tightly either to your faith anymore. Both of these cards, Temperance and Death, are processes that require a lot of faith in the unknown. We don't know what happens after death, right? But we don't have a choice but to go through it and see what happens. Temperance requires a different level of faith. It requires a sense of knowing, I know I can bend the laws of nature to my will, which is why in the RWS version of this card, that angel figure is able to make water pour horizontally. And this is why angels have the supernatural abilities that they do, because of the faith that they have in themselves and the creator. So when I see things like this pop up in a reading, almost alluding to not having to move through faith anymore, it's because something has actually shown up in your 3D reality, or something is cleared out of the way, where you don't have to keep praying and wishing and hoping and working towards something. We don't have to believe in something that we can tangibly interact with and see and touch and hear and hold, because it's right here. It's right there. We can grab it. So the reason these cards are in reverse is because over the next few months, whatever you've been having to wait on and show self-restraint and patience, wherever you have had to keep the faith and stay positive, wherever you have been stressed and have cried yourself to sleep and fought this battle on your own, is where you'll see a very tangible physical development show up, where finally you're able to release this faith that one day you'll be able to move forward, or one day this will happen. That one day is very likely to happen, or the process begins very soon here, definitely before the end of 2023, if you were intuitively drawn to this pile. Okay, so let's start grabbing oracle cards for you guys. It's interesting how for you guys, your confirmation is working in terms of wherever it is that you're stressed. And because it's like you guys have been working towards something. Okay, so we have here love. That's the only card. So love fell out for you guys. Love could be stressing a lot of you guys out. It could be a particular relationship. It could even be self-love that's been stressing you guys out. But it says here, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. So specifically for those of you that have been working with Aphrodite, if you've been seeing a lot of ones, since this is card number 1, if you've been seeing a lot of ones, repeating 11s, this is total confirmation that something in your love life that you've been asking for or hoping for or working towards will be coming through before the end of 2023 with this love card. And especially if you guys have been working with Aphrodite or any sort of like love energy, then we have underneath the deck strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. It's interesting that strength came out when we have the 9 of swords for you over here, temperance in reverse, death in reverse. I feel like with love and strength, this is actually kind of talking about you guys not feeling alone and having to weather some sort of storm or some sort of situation or some sort of stress. This is you guys like being able to lean on someone else for strength, possibly. I don't know. I'm just taking it that way because we have love and strength here. So it almost feels as though you guys aren't having to fight a battle by yourself anymore before the end of this year. So I don't know if you guys just kind of open up to other people in your life. If you get, like we were talking about with your 9 of swords, if you guys just start relying on professional help, if you guys start relying a little bit more on your spiritual team, there could be a support group that you guys get involved with. There could be somebody that you guys meet that you really hit it off with. This could be like romantic or even friendship, but there is like another source of strength that you guys are going to be able to rely on. And the strength is going to come from just unconditional love. So whether this is another person or you guys just tapping into a lot of self-love, this is like you guys finding a new source of strength because of the amount of love that you feel surrounded by, because it feels like you guys, it may feel like you guys are finally being cared for in the proper way. Because when we're loved in the right way, when we're loved in the way that we need to be loved or that we're looking to be loved, it can feel like we're being taken care of. It can feel like we're getting nourished in places that we have been very like almost like starved in or deprived of. So for you guys, this is like a lot of love coming into your life that gives you a lot of strength before the end of 2023. So this could even be you guys as family, your kids, your friends that just they pour into you to help you get through something, and they really show up in terms of a support system, whether this is people that you've already known or new people coming into your life. Definite confirmation with that. Let's see, in terms of finances and career, what do you guys need to know? Okay, hold on, that went flying. So we have here unfulfilled. It says you can have an emotional attachment to a job that is no longer serving you. Explore your wants and needs and consider a change. You are unhappy with your income, but too scared to make any changes. This could be where that strength comes from for you guys to get out of any unfulfilled situations, but especially when it comes to finances and career. Wherever you are unfulfilled when it comes to like your work and what you do, if you just feel like another number at your job with your employer, however it is, it's like you guys are going to see big confirmations for those of you that were intuitively drawn to pile 2 and you're like, I'm just not feeling it with this job. Maybe I never have, or maybe I'm just not anymore. I feel so empty here. Big confirmation with that is that you guys are going to find a way to feel more fulfilled with your job, or this is just a complete change with your job, career, professional life, employment. And so it could be that you guys are making all these changes to start taking better care of yourself. That kind of leads you to realize, like, you know what? I do need to kind of make these changes. I do need to get out of anything that's unfulfilling me. But like it says here, you could have an emotional attachment to a job that is no longer serving you. And that could be what is stemming from your 9 of Swords and your Death card right here. Like I said, for you guys, what I kept picking up with your tarot cards, feels like you guys are in a space where you know the environment isn't right, but something is keeping you guys from leaving or being able to move on. Something's stopping you or something's in the way. It could be some sort of an attachment. And we have the Love card here. Love is, when it's done the right way, it's not necessarily an attachment. But you know, this could have something to do with an emotional attachment that you guys have when it comes to a job that's draining you because it's not fulfilling you. And then we have here, easy does it. That was underneath the deck, and it says slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get rich quick schemes. Okay, so easy does it when it comes to you guys' finances and career. And I feel like you guys are taking it really slow. I feel like you guys are pacing yourselves very well because, like I said, it's almost like something is keeping you guys from being able to move on. I don't know if this has something to do with you guys, like on your side, where it's just like there's just a strong attachment, or if it's like somebody else or some other force or some sort of like, you know, circumstance or external situation that's keeping you guys from being able to move on, where you're just dealing with something that is totally unfulfilling for you. But like it says, slow and steady wins the race. That was a message that popped up when we were just looking at your tarot cards, that divine timing is all over your reading when it comes to at the right time, some sort of paths, some sort of doors are just going to open right up, and something's going to become so much more easy before the end of 2023. So big confirmations when it comes to finances and career for my pile 2s, that finances and career will become a lot more easy, more than likely because you guys get out of some sort of unfulfilled or just extremely empty profession or career that you're just not feeling anymore. Now I'm using this as my romance deck. I think it's a romance deck. I can never remember, but let's just see what we get for you guys as like a message for you guys' relationships. Okay, so we have here, pay attention. It says you're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs that you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that cannot be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. So pay attention. And pay attention is much different from this 9 of Swords, anxious, paranoid sort of mental state. So beware of that. Pay attention does not mean to go into some sort of like a mental frenzy, but just to be aware of any sort of signs, since we do have a I don't know what this is, like an exclamation mark. And I guess it's supposed to be like a caution sign. So this is talking about in you guys' relationships, just pay extra close attention to the signs that you are being given, okay? And make sure that these signs, when it comes to intuition, something that I see quite a bit, and even I have to be very careful of doing this because I do it quite a bit too, is allowing more so of like emotions to be that intuitive voice. And your intuition will never scare you. It's always going to be like this objective sort of voice that just tells you what's going on. That's what discernment is, right? It's not something that is led by our emotions. Maybe we can feel a certain way about it, but our emotions won't produce an intuitive kind of message. Okay, so you want to be careful of that. You guys want to make sure that you're in a very kind of neutral stance or mindset before calling on your intuition and asking you or asking your intuition, what do I need to watch out for? What do I need to know right now? So pay attention right here is talking about you guys being hyper aware, especially in your connections and in your relationships, whether they're romantic or not, over the remainder of this year. So you guys may notice some sort of sign comes to fruition before the end of 2023. And it doesn't have to be a bad sign. It can be a good sign, or, you know, whatever sort of signs you guys have been receiving, it will probably end up coming to fruition for this pay attention card to come out here before the end of the year. And then we have grounding. You're being asked exactly to ground yourself. This is exactly what I was talking about through Nine of Swords, just being careful that you're not emotionally led when it comes to your intuitive voice. It says you've been spending too much time in your head. This is that Nine of Swords, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling that this brings. So this is about you guys being grounded, as grounded as you can get in your relationships. So even though you guys may be receiving certain signs and stuff like that, because grounding, it talks about being on planet Earth. Even though we are multidimensional spiritual and physical beings, we are on planet Earth. So grounded talks about being aware that we're still on earth, being aware that we're still human beings. So even when you receive spiritual signs, like the pay attention right here, it's so important for my pile twos to still stay grounded. And what I mean by that is to still have a conversation. Just because you're receiving certain signs and it kind of looks like those signs are almost confirming themselves, still have enough respect and grace for people that you're in a relationship with, or people that you have a connection with, to have a conversation with them, to hear their side, to see what they're saying, and to not just go solely off of the signs. Be aware of the signs, but do not necessarily be led by them, with this grounding card over here as well. Okay, so because we have both of these cards, paying attention to the signs and being grounded, this is about a really nice balance of both and being able to maintain a balance of both. And let's see what your intuition is going to be confirming for you before the end of this year. Okay, so we have two cards that came out for you. So we have control is an illusion. This is something that you guys will maybe learning with this Nine of Swords grounding over here. Control is an illusion. So be very careful of that. And then it says here, you are the sky, not the weather. This kind of sounds like you guys' grounding card over here with you are the sky and not the weather. And underneath the deck, we have welcome new partnerships. This is that love card right here. So you guys intuitively, there's going to be some new partnerships that you guys come into union with, that you guys end up meeting, that you guys end up accepting. It could even be like old partnerships that maybe you guys are repairing, or you're working on, or you're reuniting with them in some way. So welcoming new partnerships is another thing that your intuition has been telling you guys, and it will confirm itself to you before the end of this year. But also with control is an illusion. You won't be able to control your intuition. Okay, that's something that's coming through for me with this control is an illusion. You won't be able to control your intuition. You won't be able to control certain outcomes because you are intuitively maybe like alert to something or warned about something ahead of time. So your intuition is going to be working overtime in terms of like discernment. You guys just being able to feel and sense a lot. That could be what this Nine of Swords is talking about. So it's really important to stay grounded, because at the same time, you have to realize that you are the sky and not the weather. So the weather is something that's changeable. It allows the weather to do what it wants to do. So the sky is almost like this grounding force for the weather. So it's really important to realize that no matter what you guys are receiving intuitively, that is not something that, again, is leading you or controlling you or causing any sort of or causing any sort of Nine of Swords like issues over here. Final message for you guys. Okay, so we have here power. Underneath the deck, we have wonders. So power and wisdom both came out. Wisdom is another thing that is extremely grounded. So I'm going to read, I believe, both of these out of the book since they both came out. But we have power and wisdom. So very powerful wisdom being activated for you guys that you guys are really going to be relying on and using for the remainder of this year. And wisdom is also going to give you guys a lot of power, okay, that you're really going to be able to rely on. It's going to give you guys an extra source of strength before the end of this year as well, okay? So 1 second. So power says this is your time. This is the time to claim your power and step into your potential. This does not necessarily mean that you will be without fear. You might feel uncertain, but do it anyway. Be courageous. Let the world hear your voice. Take a stand. Stand up for yourself and for others. Share your passion. Teach from the heart. Write, and your words will have great meaning. Hold your body as if you are incredibly valiant, noble, and brave. After all, you are. And wisdom says the sacred landscape wants you to know things are not as they seem. Control is an illusion. You're the sky, not the weather. Nine of Swords. Pay attention to the signs. Grounded. It says things are not as they seem. Look beneath the surface in your life. For example, you might feel that you are not making progress on a particular project, yet beneath the surface things are happening. Or you might be going through a stormy cycle. Just like this, there's a storm in this power card here. It says this card is letting you know that even though the surface of your life may be a bit rocky or wobbly, in a deeper place, all is well and serenity and peace are emerging. This is totally that you are the sky, not the weather. It says things that may seem challenging will later be revealed to have been beneficial. And pile 2, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards, then I'll be pulling extra oracle cards afterwards to check out what is happening for you before the end of 2023. So this is just confirmation of the things that you've been working on, praying for, setting intentions for, visualizing, these things that you guys have been energetically and physically working for. It's just confirmation that these things are coming in before the end of this year. So starting off for you, the first tarot card that we have is the Queen of Cups. Then we have the Sun. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. Pile 3, you guys may have strong like Pisces, Neptune, 12th house energy in your natal chart, or there could be a lot of activity or transits happening in your 12th house. Some of those retrogrades that we have right now may be going on in your 12th house. You could be an Aries rising because we do have Neptune and Saturn retrograde in Pisces right now. And you don't have to have any of that in your natal chart for these messages to apply to you, but this Queen of Cups, it feels extremely Piscean to me today. So watch out over the next few months. Well, not watch out, it's nothing to be worried about, but pay really close attention to your dreams specifically, like specifically the ones about women and feminine energy. If you see any women or any mother figures or goddesses or female ancestors or loved ones that have passed on in your dreams, and just any ancestors that are like women or any sort of energies that feel feminine, over the next few months, if they show up in your dreams, they have a very important message for you about your future. It'll be a very specific message. It may take time to decode. So go off of how the dream made you feel, which is usually what I tell people to focus on, is what did your dream feel like? Okay. And that's confirmation here for those of you that have been asking the universe, you've been asking spirit, you've been asking angels, ancestors, guides, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. You've been asking for signs about your future or confirmation about your future or what's going to happen in the future. If you guys have been asking questions like that, this is confirmation that you will be getting a lot of messages through your dream state or even meditative states, and it could come through feminine energies and feminine figures. And with this being the Queen of Cups, there's a lot of information coming through your dream and meditative states that will explain everything through what you sense in those moments. But they have important messages from the higher realms for you. It could even be living women that you see see pop up in your dreams or meditations. So just pay closer attention to that over the next few months, over the remainder of this year. Some of you may also have strong Virgo energy because we are currently in Virgo season at the time of me filming this, and also because we have the Queen of Cups and the Sun here. Big blessing for some of you drawn to this pile is pregnancy. Okay, so it might not be you, it could be someone you know, you could have a pet that's pregnant, but this Queen of Cups feels so intuitive, like spirit knows before you do, which is why I'm saying watch your dreams or meditations, because they will tell you about something happening that is hidden right now, like a possible pregnancy. And that may be how a lot of you end up finding out before the end of this year. If you're already pregnant or know someone that is, you may start to have a lot of vivid dreams, and those dreams are actually coming from the baby, but with the Sun here. And the Sun, especially in the RWS version, is featuring like this baby on horseback. So with the Sun here, it feels like a very intuitive child. On the flip side, if this isn't a physical baby, this is spirit lighting a brand new path for you with the Sun and the Two of Pentacles. So this could be about a new direction in your life that you're being asked to take very soon with the Two of Pentacles, or the next step that you need to make somewhere. The Sun also talks a lot about attention and talent alongside the Queen of Cups, who is like this mystical magnetic creature. So do something different over the remainder of this year. Do something different when it comes to those of you that are working on a certain project. Like, let's say, for example, that you just started a podcast show and you feel really inspired with the Sun card to start like introducing a brand new topic or series with this Two of Pentacles. Do not be afraid to branch out and do something completely outside your comfort zone, especially with any creative projects, because again, Sun talks about attention. So this could be you guys just naturally drawing in a lot of attention over the remainder of this year. It's the Sun shining directly on you like a spotlight, okay? And Queen of Cups is one of the most creative people in tarot because she's so tapped into her own intuition. She's a very original character, which is what makes her so alluring. Two of Pentacles is you guys deciding, should I switch it up or keep doing the same thing? We are currently in Mercury retrograde season. Venus just stationed direct. She was retrograde for August and a couple days of September, and she only stations retrograde once every year and a half. So the reason that a lot of you are feeling inspired to try so many new and different things, or to be a little more spontaneous, is because this means to be a very positive change or new direction for you that will introduce a lot of new prospects to your life. The only place that you may struggle a little bit is with overthinking, with this Two of Pentacles, kind of juggling back and forth. Like, I'd like to branch out, but why change something that's working? So your spread here is saying that your blessings and a lot of good things will come with you trying brand new things over the remainder of this year. Do not be afraid to try brand new things, because that's what retrograde energy is all about. Sometimes it's representative of like us needing to pull back, us needing to pull our energy out of things, us needing to kind of relax and sit back and allow things to happen or reflect. But all of the time what retrograde energy means is that we need to switch things up. We have to do things differently. And it'll also be a lot of spontaneous attention here with the Sun, or randomly a new direction opens up for you, because this retrograde season was meant to expose you to this brand new direction, to get off the beaten path somewhere. So with the Sun card, for some reason, I'm also getting travel, and that might only apply to a few of you here, but it keeps coming through. So don't be shocked if you get a lot of solo opportunities, just opportunities to do things by yourself over the remainder of the year. Obviously be safe, don't take, the risks that feel wrong or just unnecessary, but something about you guys going out by yourself or doing some even solo traveling is going to make certain things possible for you over the remainder of the year that otherwise would not have been available, or wouldn't have happened, because each card here, it features someone by themselves. So you may get approached quite a bit over the next few months, and it'll be because you're by yourself in some cases where people feel like they can approach you, or they want to offer you things, or tell you about things, or look out for you in some way, or even gift you things. So definitely don't be afraid to take opportunities by yourself. And also, this is going to sound really weird, so only take it if it resonates. But at this point in time right now, this is only for a handful of you. Don't be worried about trying to look out for other people right now. Again, only take it if it resonates, because I know how this sounds. But don't be worried about trying to take your whole team with you, or trying to take your friends with you, or trying to take these other people with you right now, unless you were maybe working with someone specifically on something. because there's again, it's just one person on each of these cards, and we have the Sun here with the Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. This is talking about you being the choice somewhere over the remainder of the year. There's going to be opportunities that choose you, people that choose you, and those opportunities might not be available if you try to be like, well, also too, I have this other person over here, this other person over there. That's nuh-uh. Just kind of take these opportunities for you, get your foot in the door, get yourself yourself involved in that opportunity before bringing other people in. Sounds really weird. Again, only take it if it resonates. But I just see like a lot of opportunities seeking you guys out very specifically with the Sun card, Queen of Cups, and even the Two of Pentacles. This is just kind of like, this is like chosen energy over the remainder of the year. So just be aware of that. All right, let's start grabbing some oracle cards for you. All right, so we have here energy, magical powers, knowledge underneath the deck. So you guys are working with a lot of energy and a lot of magical powers. This is, in other words, this is like magician card energy that you guys are really working with. You guys may be seeing a lot of 13. It doesn't mean like a bad luck thing. But 13 just kind of stood out for me on this card right here. And magical power says, I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic's secrets to me now show. There could even be some secrets that you guys, that is revealed to you before the end of this year as well, with this magical powers over here. So whatever it is, sort of like, if you guys have been asking for the universe to clarify something for you or to reveal something to you, expect a lot of revelations before the end of this year as well. That's confirmation with this magical powers card, but also this is confirmation of you guys' magical abilities working. Like I said, you guys have chosen energy all over your tarot cards here. And yeah, we have energy, a light inside my fire divine, just like the Sun card. Energy fill me, make me shine, just like the Sun card. Like I said, when we were just looking at your tarot cards and the Sun card, and I mentioned how the sun is like it's like a spotlight shining directly on you, and it says here, energy fill me, make me shine. Again, this is chosen energy all over you guys' spread. And it's going to sound weird, or it already did, but just worry about you taking certain opportunities for right now. Okay. So don't be worried about trying to pull everybody into something. And then we have knowledge underneath the deck. Let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. So there's going to be even ancestors that is downloading or kind of like streaming to you guys a lot of information. They're going to be handing you guys a lot of information. And so this could be the different things that are exposed to you guys, or the different things that are revealed to you guys. And it could even be, like I said, when it comes to your Two of Pentacles, certain paths being exposed to you guys, or certain paths coming available to you guys that your ancestors and your spiritual team is trying to tell you to take. So definitely make sure that you guys are comfortable listening to that and kind of like trusting in the information that your spiritual team hands to you. Let's grab some confirmation when it comes to finances and career. We have here reconsider a decision, and then risk also underneath the deck. Okay, so you guys be careful with, not even be careful, because it sounds like you guys may have already made a decision and you could be reconsidering it before the end of this year. So I don't know if this decision has already been made yet or not, but you guys may be reconsidering a decision, and that's normal, especially when we have so many retrograde planets. Okay, and the Two of Pentacles down here can kind of talk about, do I want to do this or not? Like we were kind of talking about with your tarot cards, like, do I keep doing the same thing or do I switch it up? You guys may have decided, I'm going to keep doing the same thing. Reconsider that decision. Okay, like I said, this is about you guys trying new things. And then we also have here risk, and it says, taking a calculated risk is sometimes necessary in order to advance. Have the courage to face the fear of uncertainty. Don't focus on the outcome. The odds are better than you think. Like I said, specifically for you, Pile 3, this is the remainder of the year is all about you guys doing things you haven't done, switching things up, being more spontaneous. That could be what the reconsider decision is talking about. Get more spontaneous when it comes to your finances and career. Take the risk somewhere. Really sit with it. Make sure it's right for you. You know, don't just be flippant about certain decisions and things like that, especially ones that could really seriously affect you. Obviously, you guys know better than that. I don't have to tell you that. But risk is in your favor for the remainder of this year, pile 3. It's in your favor for sure. So when it comes to finances and career, the biggest confirmation coming through for you guys with that before the end of this year is that risk will work for you, and that you guys may be reconsidering some sort of a decision because maybe you guys feel like you played it safe somewhere. Okay. Let's grab a relationship card. I think this is a relationship deck. I'm not sure, but we're just going to take it as though it's messages for any sort of relationships in your life. Again, just take what resonates, leave the rest. But we have here detached. It came out. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Just like down here in risk, it says the odds are better than you think. Don't fear the outcome. So with you guys detaching, like I said, I'm going to take this as you guys' relationship cards as well, but it's the same energy here. Like with your finance and career card with risk, don't focus on the outcome. The odds are better than you think. This detaching, or the outcome is better than you think, is also showing up when it comes to your relationships, your connections, whether they're romantic or not. So this is about you guys detaching. So some of you may feel as though you need to detach, or you need to separate a little bit more. You need to distance yourself in some way from somebody in your life. That could be the message. I'm just now realizing that could be the message that came through when I was just looking at you guys as tarot cards. Don't be worried about bringing everyone on board with you right now. When an opportunity hits you guys before the end of this year, and you're going to know, because it's going to feel like a really big opportunity for you with the Sun card right here. Don't be worried about bringing everyone that you can into that opportunity, because that opportunity showed up for you. And once you accept it, that opportunity is going to make way for the other people in your life. So this could be talking about, again, like I said, there's just chosen energy all over your deck. So this detached card is actually talking about you guys doing something solo for the remainder of this year, just not being as attached to your relationships to the point that you are missing out on opportunities for other people, to the point that you're putting yourself in like maybe worse positions for other people, because you're like, well, what about them getting this opportunity? Or what about them getting this chance? Or what about them getting this shot? No, this thing is coming for you. Whatever this Sun card is, this chance, this shot, this opportunity, it's looking specifically for you. So this is about you guys being able to accept something for yourself for the time being. And eventually the doors will open up where you guys are able to bring in other people that is important to you. And then we have lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it is not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. So make sure you guys are that you lighten up in your relationships, and that you guys maybe stay even involved in relationships that they feel fun, they feel easy, they don't feel so serious, they aren't always so maybe like doom and gloom. Or if there's somebody in your life that's like there's always something wrong, or they always need to have a conversation, or they always need to talk about something, this is about you guys making sure that you are really focused on the relationships that feel light for you, that feel like they're not heavy, like they're not dragging you down. Okay, so that may be why the detached card came out for you guys that feel like, yeah, that's confirmation for me, because it's like I've been, there's been this one person or relationship in my life where they're really bringing me down. They're weighing me down. Like I have certain things happening for me that I'm really excited about, and all they can focus on is, whatever's going on in their life, or they're not there to support me, or they're trying to make me feel bad or guilty about it. Detach from any sort of relationships that don't feel light. And it's not that relationships have to feel easy, but if they feel too heavy and you have done everything in your power, to make sure those relationships and those people feel secure, then there may be nothing that you guys can do for the time being besides detach, because something's important about you guys keeping your energy with energy and the Sun card right here, keeping it in this Queen of Cups type of space where you're really only drinking from your own cup, where you're really only ingesting your own energy, because your energy is like high value, high quality energy right now. It's really good energy. And so if there's anybody around you that's kind of weighing you down a little bit, you want to detach from that in ways that you can, not where they feel abandoned, but just where it's like, I'm trying to focus on this part of my life for the time being, or I'm trying to stay focused on school, or stay focused on work, or stay focused on this goal that I'm trying to bring to fruition. So you guys may be, these cards may be confirming that there's certain people that you need to kind of separate from right now. Final card for you guys. Let's just see what else we have for you in terms of... Okay, so we have 2 cards that came out. Underneath the deck, we have protection, so don't worry about it. You guys are protected. But the 2 cards that came out that I'm going to be reading for you guys in terms of what's happening for you, we have here standstill and miracles. So again, with miracles, with the sun energy, magical powers, I mean, there's going to be a lot of miracles happening for you guys, and you just, miracles are looking for you. And then we have standstill. So I'll read both of these out of the book. 1 second. Standstill says, if it feels that some areas of your life have slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that some things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck, just like detach right here, is to acknowledge where you are. It says, the soul loves the truth. In life, you can either say there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being sucked into the mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is to slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. And then with miracles, it says, the storms of the past are passing and your dreams are coming true. No matter what has happened in the past, your future holds abounding miracles. Yeah, some sort of really great opportunity or the sun is looking for you guys. It says, good fortune, celestial beauty, and inner divinity are expanding within you. Believe that your life is guided. Trust in the goodness of the universe. A celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. This is that 2 of Pentacles, like that new path. It says, start a health program, invest in your career, or initiate a relationship, and good fortune will manifest. Blessings are flowing in all directions. Believe that you deserve the best because you do. Bounty, joy, blessings, and miracles are flowing your way. And pile 3, this is all that I see for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Pile 4, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards. Then I will be pulling additional oracle cards to check out what is happening for you before the end of 2023. So this is just confirmation about the things that you guys have been working towards, manifesting, praying for, looking forward to, visualizing. This is just confirmation of those things, those efforts coming to fruition for you guys before the end of this year. So let's get started. The very first card we have for you is the Moon. Then we have the Tower in reverse. Then the 3 of Wands also in reverse. So your intuition is exceptionally strong with the Moon card over here. And it's interesting because the Moon is ruled by Pisces. And we're currently in Virgo season, but this most recent full moon that we had was the super full blue moon in Pisces, and Mercury just went retrograde as well. And Pisces and Virgo are opposing signs, right? So with Pisces card or the moon showing up, this tells me for you guys that this Mercury retrograde season will be all about slowing down with this 3 of Wands in reverse. Not the typical like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde slow down message, because planets go retrograde not for everyone to take a beat or to take a pause, but for some of us to stop and break so others can get going. It's all about cycles, and we're all positioned in different places amongst those cycles, right? So for you specifically, pile 4, this Mercury retrograde in Virgo will slow you down, and it will be a blessing for you. This September, The remainder of this year will be a time for you to reflect with the Tower in reverse, to stop and take a closer look at things. Three of Wands in reverse. The universe wants you even closer to it over the remainder of this year. And for many people, the Moon card can be a scary phase, but for you, it actually feels extremely calm, peaceful, and serene. Someone is getting approved for time off as well. It could be extended time off. That's another blessing here with this Three of Wands in reverse. It feels as though you guys have been through a Moon card phase before, and you know how to easily move with them or work them. It almost feels like some of you see a Moon card phase or experience as like a blessing or a good thing, or a time to rest, a time to relax, a time that is really quiet. Some of you as well, your abilities are really, really powerful at night. There could be something that happens for you guys at night in terms of spiritual abilities, or just energy wise, where you guys are really activated at night with this Moon card over here. And I don't know, I just feel like you guys are really like dominating this Moon card experience, or this Moon card phase, or this Moon card chapter. Someone also is getting approved for time off. It could be extended time off with this Three of Wands in reverse. So that's another big confirmation coming through before the end of this year, is that you guys will get approved for time off, or you just will be taking time off, and you won't have to be worried about not getting back to work in a certain amount of time. You won't have to be worried about things coming undone, or things getting messed up, or things falling apart with this Tower in reverse, because you've taken time off somewhere, because you've pulled your energy back from something somewhere. It's like you guys are going to be able to actually enjoy your time off and not be worried about or thinking about anything else except for totally being present. This Moon card just feels like you guys are so present and so enveloped in this Moon card experience. And for those of you that are, you're seeing this reading right now, and so right now you may be in this phase feeling like you're about to burn out with the Three of Wands in reverse, or have a mental breakdown with the Tower in reverse. It's not for all of you, but for some of you here, if you've been feeling like that, over the next few months, it will be a time where you feel like you are at a mental spa, like your mind is going to feel so much more alert, but not in an anxious way, just in a discerning way, like you are able to stop and rearrange your life, or focus on things that you feel you have neglected for a long time with this Three of Wands in reverse. And I don't know why, but this Three of Wands in reverse, it also feels like retail therapy. So I don't know if it's been a long time since you guys maybe went out and spent some money on yourself, maybe bought some new clothes, got a haircut, spent a day at the spa, or just did something for you without worrying about how much it's going to cost, but just enjoying yourself. So it's like you're dropping a lot of mental baggage in September with this Three of Wands. So a lot of you may have been my like go-getters. That's like when really crazy things happen in life with this Tower in reverse right here, your motto is to keep it moving, to keep going. I got to keep going. And if so, if you're that type of person, over the next few months, something that happened a while ago, it may hit you because you're slowing down, and these emotions may feel foreign to you with this Moon card here. Like, oh, I didn't know I was feeling that, or still feeling that, or needed to deal with this. I thought I was fine, but it's because you didn't have space and time to process. It's like you're kind of, because physically you don't have as much to focus on, or, you're not running around so much. It's like you're able to become completely present. Every part of you becomes present and in the moment. So a lot of you drawn to this pile, you may have been going and moving nonstop for a while, and intuitively, I'm about to burn out and crash if I keep going like this. These next few months will put you on your ass because you deserve it. So it's actually going to be a good thing, where, like I said, this is why it kind of feels like some of you guys, you're going to be taking an extended time off over the next few months, or maybe you guys are actually going to be like quitting your job or leaving your job and just like pausing for a minute. Maybe you guys are going to be traveling or spending time with family, or this could be like maternity leave or something. Something feels like an extended stay. I'm not sure what that could be, but it's like a good thing. So let me also say, if you keep trying to go, don't be shocked if you end up with something like a cold or something that makes you stop and rest and take it easy, because your body needs it, but especially your mind with this Tower in reverse. Again, something major may have happened that a lot of you just kind of sped right past it. Maybe you kept working or threw yourself into your responsibilities, but this Tower moment is still sitting within your energy, and it's been talking to you energetically with this Moon card here. And the more you slow down over the next few months, whether you voluntarily do it or not, your intuition is going to just skyrocket, especially your emotional intuition, which may sound kind of weird, but emotionally there's a lot of feelings that we sometimes overlook or ignore or we don't acknowledge for whatever reason. But just because consciously we choose to look past it doesn't mean our emotional body isn't still holding on to it. And actually this Tower moment that is still attached to your aura is what's been weighing on you. And this is why, to some degree, you may have been feeling like I'm about to burn out or have a breakdown. For those of you that have been feeling like that, this is total confirmation that you are about to get a really big break period. You're about to get a cool down period. You are about to avoid like a burnout or even a mental breakdown, because you guys just know, I need to stop for a minute. There's too much going on. There's too much on my back. There's too much that I'm responsible for. There's too much that I'm carrying. You're aware that on some level, you're really in need of that. And for those of you that want to get back to your spiritual practices or get closer to a higher power, for the remainder of this year, you're going to make that a priority. You'll feel like you get back to you and like you're prioritizing yourself over the next few months, which is really what a lot of you are in need of in this pile, is just like focusing on yourself, or kind of getting to some self-care, or even just taking time to explore different ways to take care of yourself, like maybe therapy, or I don't know, taking time off, traveling, dealing with your health. It's something that you guys haven't been able to focus on for a while that you need to get back to. So that's, if you guys have been saying that, like, I really wish I could focus on this part of my life. I've been neglecting it for so long. It could even be a relationship of yours, like a romantic relationship or any other relationship where you're like, I feel like I've been neglecting my family. I feel like I've been neglecting my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my spouse, my partner. I feel like I haven't been there. And it could even be other people in your life going through a Tower moment with this Tower in reverse. And maybe you guys feel like I haven't been able to be there for them because I'm so busy with X, Y, and Z, all these other things going on. So if you guys have been feeling like that, this is huge confirmation that before the end of the year, you're going to be able to stop somewhere. 3 of Wands in reverse. Something's going to slow down for you to the point that it actually like stops. You don't have to focus on it. You don't have to tend to it. You don't have to show up for it every single day. And you're able to focus on a part of your life that you have felt like you were really neglecting. And it's starting to it was starting to get to you to the point that some of you guys, you felt like you were about to burn out, or you felt like you were about to have a mental breakdown, or you felt like you were about to have a mental break, or, something along those lines. So that's one of the big confirmations for you. Let's start grabbing some oracle cards and see what else is happening for you guys before the end of this year. We have here imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Imagination has a lot to do with the mind. It has a lot to do with what we conjure up in the mind. And then we also have your safe travel underneath the deck. Keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. So you guys are even going to be you may be doing a lot of travel over the remainder of this year. It's going to be safe travel as well if you guys are worried about that. If you guys are worried about being able to travel somewhere and get home safely or anything like that, you guys will be protected when it comes to that. But imagination and safe travel, both of these coming out together, sometimes it can kind of come through as like you guys being protected if you go on any sort of if you get into any sort of meditative trances, or if you guys go on any sort of astral trips, or you guys are astral traveling in any way like that, then you guys are very protected. But with imagination and safe travel, but also with imagination here, this kind of feels like, again, just going back to you guys' tarot cards like we talked about, for those of you that have been like, I need some time off, I've been neglecting this. If you guys have been fantasizing, that's what this imagination card feels like. It feels like you guys have been fantasizing about not having to show up for a certain responsibility anymore, or you guys being able to take off, or you guys being able to just fully pour yourself into one area of your life that you haven't been there for. That is total confirmation that that will be coming to fruition for you. Some of you guys with imagination, this is also confirmation that whatever you guys have been visualizing, you may have been using the power of visualization to bring something to fruition. It will be happening before the end of 2023 with imagination over here. And then also with safe travel, I find it interesting that it says, keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. So this is about, let me be able to go venture out somewhere, but also come back. So this is just confirmation as well for those of you where, like I said, if for those of you that are like, I just need some time off, and I don't know, like, I feel like things may crash and burn, tower in reverse with me taking this time off. I feel like this could cause me to lose my job or something like that. No, you're going to be able to go back to something with this saying, keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. You guys are going to be able to go back to something. Let's just say that you guys have to go back home for a while and you have to leave your family or your relationship for a little bit because you need to go focus on your family because your family's going through something. Your partner will be supportive. You're going to be able to go back into that relationship and everything be fine. So wherever it is that you guys need to go momentarily for the time being, you're going to be able to come back. Okay. But you guys have been imagining or even fantasizing about being able to roam, to go away, to go somewhere that you're not in that place right now. And it's like, if I were to pack up and like leave this place right now, I'm afraid that I'm going to lose everything with this tower in reverse. You won't. Safe travel. Okay, let's grab some cards for finance and career before the end of 2023. Okay, we have perfection that flipped over, and then so I'm going to read perfection. There's a lot of cards underneath perfection, but perfection here says, progress, not perfection. Give up your perfectionism. It is causing delays in your finances. You will never get ahead if you don't overcome the fear of failure. You are enough and you have what it takes to improve your finances. So this is you guys coming to peace with something not being perfect. And like I said, it could have to do with some of you guys just feeling like you're not able to be everywhere at once, because that kept coming through in your reading is like, I have all these other obligations, but I feel like there's a part of my life I'm neglecting. And you guys may feel as though you need to be the perfect spouse or the perfect partner and the perfect employee and the perfect student and the perfect sister, brother, family member, daughter, son, friend, whatever. Like you guys may feel like you need to show up in all these places and spaces. And in some way, that sense of like perfectionism is actually impacting you guys' finances. Like it says here, give up your perfectionism. It's causing delays in your finances. You will never get ahead if you don't overcome the fear of failure. You are enough and have what it takes to improve your finances. So this is about you guys being able to accept the fact that it's like, I'm not going to be perfect everywhere. There's going to be places where either like I'm not able to show up, or I'm not able to give 100%, or I'm going to be absent, or I'm going to be inconsistent, or I'm going to have to take time off. I'm going to have to pour into. There's going to be places that you guys may feel like you are letting down. So there's going to be people and places you guys may feel like you're letting down. And it could have to do when it comes to you guys' career. You guys could feel very guilty about the fact that you need time off. And if it's something like you need time off, or you need like less pressure from work or less stress or something, you guys may feel really guilty about not being able to keep up with some sort of workload. But at the same time, you guys know that it's like, I need this, or I'm going to burn out, or I'm going to have a mental break, or something's going to happen where I'm not going to be able to keep showing up anyways. So it's really important that you guys listen to that, because this is about perfection not being healthy for you when it comes to finances and career specifically. And then we have here, the people that you spend the most time with shape who you are. So this is another thing that you guys need to be aware of, pile 4, is that the people you spend the most time with shape who you are. So if there's anybody around you that is like, let's just say they're stuck in like the poverty mindset. They're always talking about how broke they are. They're always talking about how expensive everything is. They're always talking about how messed up the economy is. Okay, yeah, sure, the economy is screwed, right? But at the same time, you know, and this is just an example, but at the same time, it's really important not to surround yourself with too much of that talk or too much of that mindset, because it can almost feel as though tower in reverse. It can feel as though things are crumbling, things are going to fall apart, things are crashing and burning. It's just nothing but hopelessness and despair. And you really want to stay away from that. Okay. So sorry guys, I had a phone call, but yeah, like it says here, the people you spend the most time with shape who you are. They're also shaping you guys' finances and career, because again, this came out in your finances and career deck. So you guys want to be really careful. It could be coworkers that you guys are around. It could be family members. It could be friends. It could be your partner. It could be some sort of self-talk that you guys want to be extremely careful about taking in, ingesting too much of that energy or too much of that frequency, because it is having a deep impact on your finances and career. It may lead you guys to perfectionism in a way. The people that you surround yourself with, there could be people that you guys surround yourself with, it's all about perfectionism. They're all about going above and beyond at work, going above and beyond in several different areas of their life. And that is where you guys' perfectionism is coming from. You may have learned that perfectionism from your family, from your upbringing, from your parents. They may have only praised you when you made achievements. And these are certain things that you guys are going to become a lot more aware of when you kind of take that time to become present with this moon card right here. You're going to realize like, wait, wow, that's something that I kind of learned or picked up from someone else. It's not even necessarily my way of thinking. That's not even something that I actually believe in. So you guys will notice that you become a lot more aware of that, and you start to take a lot more control over who has access to you in that way. Okay, let's pull a couple of relationship cards here. I think this is a relationship deck. I don't know. But we're just going to take it as messages with you guys' relationships before the end of this year. So we have here, let it go and slow down. What have we been talking about your entire reading? You guys slowing down. 3 of Wands in reverse, taking a break, just literally unplugging yourself from wherever you need to unplug yourself from. That will be something that you guys are able to do before the end of this year. And slow down just confirms that. But because these cards are specifically, like I said, I'm taking these as confirmation when it comes to you guys' relationships and connections. We have let it go and slow down. So slow down says life is not a race, just like perfection, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so does not make you weak or less than. This is what we've been talking about your whole reading. It says it makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease, like the moon card over here. And then we also have let it go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It is hurting you, and you cannot fully be present in your life if you are holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. So with let it go and slow down, you guys may notice that you need to, some of you guys, your way of slowing down so you keep from burning out, it could be you guys kind of not being as available for your relationships, whether it's like your friendships, family, romantic relationships. You guys may just notice that you slow down in terms of maybe spending a lot of time with them, hanging out with them. Like it says here, the people you spend the most time with shape who you are. You guys may notice like, I need to kind of not spend as much time with them. Maybe I need to slow down in terms of how much access they have to me or how much I show up for them, because I'm getting burnt out here. I need to fill up my own cup. So for you guys, you may be slowing down somewhere. This could be confirmation for those of you that feel like I've been doing too much for everybody else and not enough for myself. This is total confirmation that you guys may be slowing down over the remainder of this year in terms of your finances or in terms of your connections and your relationships. And then with let it go, it was talking about letting go of any pain and resentment that you've been holding on to. This could be that Tower in reverse, what this Tower in reverse is talking about. It's not what I intuitively picked up, but it could be for those of you, again, that just feels like, hey, that actually resonates for me. I have been holding on to a lot of pain and resentment. That is something that can wear us down, because those are very heavy feelings. Those are very dense emotions. And so when we're carrying around a lot of baggage or a lot of heaviness, that can be one of the things that kind of speed up the process of us burning out and hitting that mental breaking point. So this is where you guys are going to realize that, hey, I need to let go of some things in my relationship. Maybe you've been holding on to the past somewhere. Maybe you've been holding on to resentment somewhere. Maybe you've been holding on to pain somewhere, but you guys haven't been able to let it go because you haven't been able to focus on that part of your life where it's like, okay, this requires healing. This requires time for me to get present, to reflect, to pay attention to what I'm feeling, and to deal with those emotions to cope in a healthy way. So this may be what you guys end up focusing on in terms of your relationships over the remainder of the year. Let's see what intuitively what your intuition will be what it will be confirming for you guys before the end of this year. We have return to your breath, and then underneath the deck, you are a powerful co-creator. So you guys will realize that with you are a powerful co-creator and return to your breath, that you guys actually have a lot more power in places that maybe you feel like you didn't. You may feel like life was getting ahead of you somewhere, like maybe you lost control somewhere. You guys are going to realize that actually, like, no, I am kind of the author of my own destiny. I am engineering my own future. This is something that I do have control over. This is something that I can influence and impact. So with you guys being a powerful co-creator, this is about you guys' intuition telling you guys to work with the universe. I think was that your pile? I can't remember. But I think I mentioned in you guys' tarot cards down here that the universe wants it very close to you right now and over the remainder of this year. It wants you very close. If so, if I mention that in your pile, then this is just further confirmation that intuitively, your intuition has been trying to lead you to this moon card phase or this moon card chapter where you guys can slow down so you can start co-creating with the universe, so you can start directing your energy in a way where you guys are bringing things to fruition that you want, that you intend to bring to fruition. And with return to your breath right here, again, this is just intuitively, you guys' intuition just coming through and saying that you guys need to return to a place where you're able to breathe, you're able to relax, you're able to catch your breath, you're able to take a moment and not feeling as though like you're maybe just in survival mode with return to your breath right here. Final message for my pile fours. We have here action, and then underneath the deck we have pleasure. So I'm going to read action out of the book. 1 second. And action says, a shift is coming. The time is now. Do not hesitate. Face your fear. Do it anyways. When big change is on the horizon, it is time to take action. Of course, there are times to deliberate and carefully consider your next step, but not now. Now is the time to take immediate action. Look forward with a calm, steely gaze, just like this moon card over here. It felt very calm and serene for you guys, but it says look forward with a calm, steely gaze, and then forge ahead with clarity, determination, power, and grace. Quicken your spirit by making decisions now, even if you are not 100% certain of your decision. Right now, it's better to make any choice than none at all. And pile 4, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys.